Hey there, this is a little informal update video. It's pretty important, but I do not have the time to put a lot of effort into it, so we're doing the camera thing. And honestly, it's kind of something I'm getting more used to doing anyway, so thought I'd do it this way. There's three things to talk about here. Yes, three things to talk about. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is a Patreon page. Yes, we will now be having a Patreon page. I'm sure you probably know what Patreon is for. Patreon is a website where you support content creators. The YouTube content I produce is monetized to a certain extent, but honestly, I do not get anything out of it. In reality, in order for me to receive anything from YouTube monetization, it takes a lot of views, and there's just not enough of that, so it takes forever to even receive the smallest amount of money for that. And frankly, it's only ever happened once. Patreon is a way to support content creators that create content that you love. And for me, the content I produce has a lot of passion put into it, and it's something I've been doing for 10 years now on YouTube, and at least 5 years seriously, to the point where I put a lot of production value goes into what I'm doing, and over time I've gotten better at doing what I do on YouTube. And the biggest half of it is content that's like Let's Plays and playthroughs of games that you might like. And while Let's Plays and playthroughs are a big part of the channel, I also do projects that are a lot more involved, and even Let's Plays and playthroughs involve that creativity and that polish, ranging from series like Ape Escape 3 with the feature that we create a way of seeing every single monkey you can catch in the game in an expanded Monkipedia sort of thing with graphics and stuff, to guides like Spyro, A Hero's Tale. I've always loved trying to help people with video games, and the guides like Spyro, A Hero's Tale are one way of doing it. Alongside of a Let's Play, where you get to see every single part of the game, you can also watch the guide portion, which is usually shorter, but it also encapsulates every collectible in the game that you can find. And it shows the locations on the map, with a voiceover telling you how to get those things, but also with me trying to be entertaining. So if you really appreciate what I do, now you have the opportunity to actually give back to me if you want to. You don't have to, that's fine. The content will not be changing. Heck, you don't have to do a whole lot. You can do as little as $1 a month. The time and effort I put into videos and content, just, I guess everything I do is video, isn't it? I mean, there's audio as well. It's a big sink, and without all of you, period, money or not, I wouldn't have anything, I'd be creating content to just throw out there and no one would be watching it. So I appreciate every single one of you that do watch the videos. There might be behind the scenes content eventually that's exclusive to Patreon, but main videos won't be affected. So yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about is... actually a hiatus of sorts on the YouTube channel. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot for the next few months, probably. Don't be too alarmed. The channel's not going anywhere. It's staying right where it's at, but I'm just going to be uploading less. I don't know when I'll be back to uploading more frequently or back to doing a lot of heavier content, really. Honestly, it's just going to happen because my mental health isn't as good as it should be right now. Up to this point, it's been 6 months actually that I figured out I was transgender. You can go watch that video if you want a primer on what I went through back then. But that's linked to my mental health, honestly. I'm just not sure where I'm at right now, and dysphoria has something to do with it, for sure, but I probably should seek some help for it, so don't worry about me. I'm not going anywhere, any means. You can always follow me on Twitter, You can talk to me on there, or the Discord that I'll be launching with the Patreon. I know it's kind of unfair that you have to back me on Patreon just to get access to the Discord, but there's a good reason for that. I want people that are actually willing to support me and not random people that are going to harass me or anything. But that'll be there in the coming weeks or so. Of course, I also will I've posted my information, different social media stuff on Twitter, you know, like Nintendo. You can play with me, I guess, if I feel up to doing that. I haven't really played a whole lot of games lately. But going back to the Patreon thing, it's not like the channel's going anywhere, and the Patreon's gonna stay regardless, you know, like at a time where I am producing a whole lot of content and bigger projects and stuff, like Ratchet & Clank Secrets and Easter Eggs, Spyro Hero's Tale, Ape Escape, you know, all the stuff you might have watched. That stuff's not going anywhere. It's just I'm not really prepared to do any of it. Like I'm not in the right mindset. I'm not really feeling it, you know. It's also Patreon. I actually can no longer afford to pay for the services the Adobe services for editing and stuff, and photo editing, and so that's part of the reason why that's a big part of producing videos. I need that software to be able to produce stuff, and without it, I can't really do a whole lot. So a lot of stuff like Ape Escape and Spyro and just the heavier stuff that requires a lot more editing, it's just flat out impossible with Adobe Premiere, which I pay for. So, you know, there might, if you see a video from me, that's just a pleasant surprise now, okay? I don't think I would enjoy making videos right now. That's part of the problem. It's not like I'm burnt out or anything. I would love to make more videos. It's just I need to be in a better mental state, you know. I don't know. I can't. Things just need sorted out. Okay, that's all you need to know. I just need to figure things out, and YouTube unfortunately has to take the back seat for right now. But the channel's not going anywhere, and I'm not going to just off myself. The world is not going to end. I can't do what I'm doing right now and keep up with it. I don't know what else to say. It's just, if you have depression, I'm sure you're well aware how difficult it can be to just get out of bed sometimes, and to have the energy to do videos and be positive is kind of difficult. I mean, I haven't had it clinically diagnosed as depression, but that sounds like it's the sort of thing you need to go seek help for. Go to a therapist. Call someone, you know. It's a very serious issue, and so as a segue, I actually want to talk about live streaming, actually. The last thing I have to talk about today is a live stream related thing. But that's one thing you can probably count on. Back in the last update video I produced, I said everyone we would be doing Ratchet & Clank Future A Crack in Time. We'll be on the way to finish Quest for Booty this week, or as the time of this video is coming out. No problem, we can do Ratchet & Clank Future A Crack in Time. So if you like the live streams that I do, we'll be live streaming that for the next few months. That's pretty casual stuff, so. And I'm looking forward to playing that game again. It's really good, actually. It's been a while. And we'll finally finish the Ratchet & Clank Future Trilogy on the PlayStation 3. That'll be great. So, a good thing to end this video off with is a live stream announcement we'll be doing this week as the time of this video is coming out. That would be Friday, November 9th, through the weekend, basically, of that week. November 9th, 10th, and 11th. We are going to be doing a live stream event marathon. And it's a good way to... I guess it's a good send-off. I actually wanted to do this for a few months now, but it kind of got delayed. And I've named this event the sequel marathon stream thing. Basically, we're going to be streaming through, and there's another reason why we're doing this so soon. We're going to be streaming through 3 games: Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, Gateway to Glimmer to all you guys and gals in Europe and the UK. We're going to be doing Crash 2, Cortex Strikes Back, the Insane version for the first time. I haven't played a whole lot of that, the Sane Trilogy, but I'm going to start and finish all 3 of these games. By the way, Spyro 2 is going to be the original version because that is like 4 days before the Reignited Trilogy comes out. So we're playing the original version of Spyro 2, PS1 version. We're playing the Insane version of Crash 2 because I haven't played that yet. And the third game we're playing is, drumroll, Rayman 2 Revolution for the PlayStation 2. We're going to be playing through that as well. Spyro 2, Crash 2, and Rayman 2. Sequels, see? See, that's why I named it sequel stream thing. Marathon. Sequel marathon stream thing. The remastering, because all of those games are either remastered or going to be remastered or have been. That should be fun. I've always enjoyed the marathon streams we've done in the past. It's a good send-off up into the Reignited Trilogy. That's why I chose Spyro 2. I wanted to do this a few months ago, like I said. But we're doing that now. That'd be great. And I really wanted to do a charity marathon again, but from past experience, I just don't have enough people interacting with the videos. There's not enough of a base to do anything with that. So a charity marathon would be great. Maybe we do that some other time. We'll do a charity marathon some other time. I don't know what. I'd like to do that. Another marathon next year, probably. They're fun. I think it would go for 2 days, 48 hours, or something like that. I've calculated it. I've actually, a few months ago during the summertime, I actually went ahead and played through all 3 of those games, and I approximated how long each game would take. So, I think it's about 48 hours or 36 hours. One of those for sure. It's not 72 hours. I didn't take that long. That's everything I have to talk about in this update video. I do want to remind you that I have everything. I still know what we're doing on YouTube. I haven't forgotten any series or anything. I'm keeping track of everything. The last thing we announced in the previous update video was the 5-part series, and we'd start off with the original Spyro 1. We're going to do that again. We're going to do that in the future. We might end up starting that up. We'll see. Depends on editing software. Maybe I'll find something equivalent that's open source and free, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But that would be the first thing I'd want to do, because 5-part series are not really... They don't require a lot of editing. I could probably get away with just... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But playthroughs are also on hold because, believe it or not, actually Croc 2 requires a little bit of editing behind the scenes. Stuff you probably don't even see. Motion graphics, just masks and stuff. Just graphic editing, overlays and stuff that you probably wouldn't. That's due to some of the inaccuracies of emulating that. And, yep. I think that's everything I have to say. Appreciate every one of you who watch my videos. all of you are great. All of you are good. And I hope the next few months are the next few months I get stuff sorted out, and I'll be back to my happy self where I can be happy and play stuff. The Nintendo channel is part of the Patreon too. Either way, you're going with anyone. I want to bring back the Nintendo channel as well. Yeah, there's definitely stuff for doing that, but I am not prepared to handle both channels at the moment, let alone one. Like, Patreon will be linked in the video cards and below the description and on the channel page and everything. You can find that. And I hope eventually it'll be worthwhile to donate towards, but if you want to, you can go ahead. I mean, it'll definitely help, and it'll also go towards game purchases. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, that game I wanted to do, but it never happened. It seems like I always plan things and they end up not happening. It kind of sucks, and I'm always behind on stuff, and I'm just... I kind of just get discouraged by how bad I am doing things, so... but I'd like to do that game too. There's just so many things I want to do, but I just don't have the energy or the mental energy to do it. So I'm just... Is there anything else I wanted to say? Don't think so. If you want to talk to me, you can find me on Twitter. You can post a comment in the below the video. And the Discord thing, I suppose, will be part of Patreon regardless. I also have a Nintendo Switch friend code. You can find through Twitter. I'll link that as well. All the links below, you know, all that stuff. Bye. See ya. I'm gonna go get something to eat because this actually took a few hours to record because my phone is just... It's lousy. It's old. It's like 3 years old or something, and the battery doesn't last long. I better stop this recording so it doesn't... Bye.